Good day, everyone. Today we would like to present to you the brand new Nexpand platform. I'm Bas Jacobs, Head of Product Management at Minkels. Today with me is Mario Contador, Product Manager at Minkels.
Hi.
Both of us have been heavily involved in, designing the Nexpand platform. But before we go into all the product details, I would like to introduce Minkels and Legrand first. Minkels, already 70 years of experience in building enclosures, and the last 30 to 40 years really focusing on offering white space solutions in the cabinets and containment area. We have been acquired by Legrand in 2012, and since then also other brands have been acquired like Raritan, Starline and Servertech. If you look at the impact of the design on the Nexpand platform, it means that we need to make sure that all these products integrate very well within the Nexpand platform. We have not only improved the Nexpand platform, so the complete cabinet and containment portfolio. We've also improved greatly the production facility. It now is a 15,000 square meter production facility to make sure that we can provide you the best service possible. If you look at Nexpand and what it entails, it complies to these 4 core values, being smart, solid, secure, sustainable. If you look at, let's say, the rapidly changing IT requirements, that means that during the lifespan of a cabinet, IT equipment can change maybe over 10 to 15 times. So that really means that the interior of the cabinet needs to be very, very flexible. And all those kinds of features have been incorporated in the design of the new cabinet platform. But of course, Nexpand is not only cabinets, it's also containment, it's also cooling and micro data centers. So all these core values also apply to the other product portfolios. I would now like to hand over the presentation to my colleague Mario Contador, who will tell you more in detail about all the product features and benefits that Nexpand has to offer.
Thanks a lot, Bas. First, let's take a look at the skeleton of Nexpand, which is the frame. This frame is made out of aluminum, and what this provides, it's a solid yet light solution. This also enables the possibility of placing threaded extrusions anywhere we want. So we've used this in all different directions of the cabinet. We have them on the width, on the depth, and also on the height. This features a possibility for our customers to place any accessory they want in any position they desire steplessly. So this, for example, what you see here in our 19-inch profile will also affect all the accessories that you may mount on this 19-inch profile. Okay, let's take a look at cable management and how Nexpand addresses these needs. And we're going to do so in our one of our standard colors, which is black, as you can see in the cabinet behind me. So what is quite common in the market is that in order to mount different cable management accessories, you will need to acquire variations of your main parts. And by main parts, I mean things like this 19-inch profile. And then you can mount different options. That's no longer the case for Nexpand. We want to provide our customers with full flexibility. And how do we do so? What we've done is that we will use our standard parts, as you see, our standard 19-inch profiles, and then we mount cable managers on top of them. So if you, for example, would like to have cable rings, they can be mounted toollessly just by placing them in the punched patterns meant to do so. Same thing are so easy to remove. And not only in these cable guides they can be mounted on, but also on cable trays, as the ones you see in the back, with different punched patterns to allow cable rings and Velcro. We also have cable fill for different cable management options. And again, these rings can be mounted on the height post, as you see here. These cable managers, following this philosophy of full flexibility, are also used for different accessories. And for example, as you can see here, we've got the cable guides. These are used to enable a better cable management solution. And if you were to mount optical fiber, we've also addressed this need, as you can see here, with this snap-in accessory that goes on top of the cable guides. And again, It's really easy to mount. It's toolless, and it's a snap-in process. So if you were to mount it, what you do is that you just place it in, and you will have another build-up solution, starting from a standard product, coming to a cable manager, and ended up with your final choice. Okay, so let's talk about some of the key features that the new Nexpand door brings along. And we were going to do so in our second standard Nexpand color, which is white. And I'm going to be using these two cabinets that you see here, so the 600 and 800 millimeters white ones. And the first thing to address is our Nexpand logo. Why it's important to address the Nexpand logo? Well, in terms of identification, you're probably aware of the fact that stickers normally are all over the place and without a consistent solution. We are aware of this, and we've reserved a specific location for the identification of your cabinets, and you will have always the same one in every cabinet. So you see it here, you see it there, and this logo, it's not only placeable on the door, but also on the frame. It will be in the exact same position. Second thing to address, as you can see already, it's the opening of the door. So, thanks to the hinges, this Nexpand cabinet can be opened up to 265 degrees if it's standing alone. And if you have them baked together, then of course your limitation, it's going to be in the cabinet extending next to another one. Finally, regarding this door that I'm holding right now, it's the solidity of and sturdiness of it. This is a door made out of steel, and this one is featuring an 80% perforation grid. But you also can opt for a glass door, you can opt for a blind door, or you can opt for double doors, as you can see on the rear of the cabinet. Finally, we also want to mention, regarding the doors, the different locking solutions that you can mount. So you can see here the standard locking solution, but you can also retrofit or directly choose for an electronic solution, as you see here. Nexpand is able to mount most of the common suppliers out there in the market. And this Nexpand door, as you can see already, provides you with a more secure and tamper-proof solution. How we have achieved this is by completely covering not only the locking system of the door, but also the cable management. So now you've got a more secure solution, as I've said, and also in terms of aesthetic, a more pleasant solution, not only from the outside, but also from the inside. And last but not least, I also want to mention and bring to your attention one of the most important aspects that we've gathered from our customers. And it's how labor intensive is to deploy a data center. And what you will see, you see it in this cabinet, is how we normally, 9 out of 10 times, are requested to ship our cabinets. And this is with the doors pre-installed on them. What this leads to is to the installers to have to remove the door and then place the equipment inside. Of course, once that's done, they will have to put the doors back again. And this is something that normally has to be done by 2 people. Well, we've gathered this feedback. We are aware of this problem. And what we've done is to completely redesign and think about how we can put something in the Nexpand platform that brings a solution to such a problem. And this has been achieved in the new hinges. As you can see now, if I have to remove the door, I can just do it in a matter of seconds. And then install the equipment, and then put the door back in again. With this, you will have your complete installation done in a much shorter time that you've seen so far. Okay, so it is time to address the top of cabinet cable management. And what we see now as a market trend is to more and more often having cables coming from the top of the cabinet, whereas in the past it was more common to manage the cables from the bottom of it. And this presents a challenge, and of course we've accepted it with Nexpand. And we're going to take a look now and how we approach this problem. I've got here with me a roof, and what you can see now is that in order to future-proof all the different amount of cables that you might have within your solution, we have now a full depth cutout within the roof that you can fill as you need. So you can configure your initial cabinet and by choosing accessories of 100 millimeter pitch, you can make the solution to perfectly match the needs you have. But of course, this may change in the future. And you can, in the future, change these accessories and modify them easily, as simple as this. So what you see here is that you used to have this covered with a blind plate, and now you may need space for cabling entry. So you can fill this with a brush or with a more airtight solution that, of course, is also available. Or, of course, you can just place the accessories back easily and even choose for several options, for example, for cable guides. This one that you see here, these are cable guides to facilitate also bend radius, optimally for optic fiber cables. But now we've covered what comes in and out of the roof, but there is also a need to cover the cables that are going on top of the cabinet. And for this, you will need cable trays. It's also a challenge to prevent having a fixed solution for the whole amount of cables that you may have in the future. And how we've done this is exactly with the same approach. So we work with a pitch of 100 millimeters, and you will then mount your cable trays however you need. So you can start with a small cable tray in width, and you can expand it to a bigger one in the future. And last but not least, you can also close this cable tray to secure your solution, but also to prevent it from gathering dust. Okay, so let's finish taking a look at our premium aisle containment solution. This is where everything we've presented you with so far plays along. And in this case, what you see here, it's our white Nexpand version of the aisle containment. And in this aisle containment, first things that we can spot are the doors. And these doors can come in several options. So you can have single doors or double doors. Of course, this depends entirely on whether you have a single row in your aisle containment or if you have cabinets of both sides. These doors can also be mechanical or be electrical. So let's take a look inside. Now we're going to check the roof. So for our Nexpand solution, we've chosen for glass panels, and this has two reasons. First one is that we want to prevent your solution to have any static electricity, which could compromise your product. And second one, it's not only that it's high transparency, but also that in terms of the dust that may accumulate within time, it's way easier to remove when compared to other solutions you may see that are made out of plastic. And I also want to point out that within this solution, you can choose for different accessories, so like LED lighting, or different temperature and humidity sensors. Last but not least, it's not only glass panels that we can provide you with, but also drop-away panels that are combined with your fire safety equipment.
Mario, thanks a lot for giving this detailed explanation on the Nexpand platform. There's a lot more to tell, but there's of course only so much we can include in this short presentation. We really hope we can welcome you as our new customer soon. There's a lot more to tell, so if you would like to know more about the Nexpand platform, please reach out to one of us or to one of our salespeople. Thanks a lot for your attention.
Thank you.